to this music. Let me say that again. I do not own the rights to this music. How y'all doing this morning? Had to get up and shave and do my hair, get back into my brand. You know? Man, we're gonna get into Proverbs this morning. I got something I wanna show y'all. I wanna show y'all something that I just kind of discovered. I'm gonna start today. Proverbs is the only book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. Today is the 4th. Start on the 4th chapter of Proverbs. But today, I'm gonna start on the 3rd chapter because I wanna show y'all something. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace, they will add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, and so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruit of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects, just as a father the son in whom he delights. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, in her left hand, riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree to life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens. By his knowledge, the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down like the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul and grace to your neck. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor the trouble from the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it's in the power of your hand to do so. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it, when you have it with you. Do not devise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells safely by you for safety's sake. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. Do not envy the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the perverse person is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret counsel is with the upright. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the just. Surely he scorns the scornful, but gives grace to the humble. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the legacy of fools. See, man, let me tell you something. Right here. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than ruby, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Let me tell you something, man. When when God started blessing you, man, that stuff gonna catch you by surprise. Let me say that again. See, this what a lot of people don't realize. Man, when God started blessing you, you're gonna be caught by surprise. You ain't gonna know that's coming. You're gonna be stumbling on stuff, man, and it's gonna catch you by surprise. Because the Bible say, give, and it shall be given back to you in a good measure. Pressed down, shaken together, shall men give unto your bosom. Man, that means, every time you turn around, somebody gonna be giving you something. Because if it's pressed down and shaken together, you don't know how worth it. Now let me show you this right here. Now this is the 4th chapter of Proverbs. Hear, my children, understand the instruction. Wait a minute. Hear, my children, the instruction of a father, and give attention to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Do not forsake my law. When I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the sight of my mother, he also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words. Keep my commands and live. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Do not forget, nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, for she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and in all thy getting, get understanding. See, you can have all the wisdom in the world, but if you don't have the understanding how to apply it, it's worthless. Let me say that again. You can have all the wisdom in the world, but if you don't have the understanding how to apply it, it's worthless. Okay? Let me continue. And in all thy getting, get understanding. Listen to this. This is understanding right here. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory. She will deliver to you. Okay? When somebody is delivering something to you, what you got to do? Think about that. If somebody's delivering something to you, all you got to do is be there. You ain't got to work for it. You ain't got to scheme. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to cheat. Because it's being delivered to you. Okay? And this is what, when you embrace understanding. Hear, my son. This is chapter 4, verse 10. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings. And the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered. And when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction. Do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter into the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun that shines even brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my saying. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it springs the issues of life. Put away from you a deceitful mouth. Put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look straight ahead, and your eyelids look right before you. Ponder the path of your feet, lest all your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or the left. Remove your foot from evil. See, and you got so many people right now that they just outright evil, man. You know, they don't want to do anything constructive, anything positive. I mean, look how rare it is for a positive example to try to get forth. Well, see, again, now, uh, that's a good example. She's talking about the 10 virgins. Uh, matter of fact, let me read this story. Let me find it. Let me find out where it is in the Bible. Find out where it is, because I want to show you. I'll show you something with that. See, uh, okay, what's that? Matthew 25. Let's see here. 25. Okay. The parable of the wise and foolish virgins. Then the kingdom of heaven shall be likened to 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. Now 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. Did you hear that? 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. Okay? This is what the foolish will do. Those who were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. But while the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. At midnight, a cry was heard. Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out and meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, give us some oil. Now, you couldn't be inconvenienced. See, you ain't wanna go and sit. You knew he was coming at midnight, and you got there at 8 o'clock. So you don't want to sit in the dark. So now you gonna burn up all your oil. So by the time midnight come, you ain't got none. And now you want the people that was prepared to help you. Isn't that the same way in society now? Don't we have foolish people that's making reckless decisions about their lives and then turn around and look for sympathy and help from us who know better, who tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen? See, you got, I mean, and this could be some of your kids that, you can see down the road where they going and what they doing and try to tell them, but they won't listen. And then once the shit hit the fan, they want your undivided attention. But you try to tell them, man, don't go there, don't do that. And now you done it. What you want me to do when I tried to tell you? And this is the problem right now with a lot of our young people. They don't want to listen to people that's been through some stuff because they want the Instagram version. They want the perfect version. See, people ain't going to show you what they going through because a lot of them going to be embarrassed. See, they ain't going to get out here. They're going to fake it like they got it all together, but get behind closed doors and miserable. But see, they won't let you see that misery, man. They won't let you see that adversity. Every time you see them, they got it all together, boy. They clicking. And then when the shit fall apart, you surprised. See, when everything start really the crumbling, when the foundation that they done built can no longer hold the weight. See, that's the problem with when you telling lies. Eventually, man, that foundation ain't gonna be able to hold them lies. And things are gonna start falling apart. And the next thing you know, your whole life gonna be screwed. Look at this boy that done lied and got into Congress. They probably don't even know who he is. For real. Santos. That's probably not even his real name. And he won't leave. They're gonna have to come and drag him out of Congress. They're gonna have to drag him out, man. Humiliate him. You watch, I mean, they're gonna humiliate him, man. Because he's sitting up in there knowing he wrong. And see, and y'all be talking that crap. But, boy, they don't play about that money. Okay? They ain't gonna play. See, cause he coming up in there gonna mess it up for them. When he start messing with that money. And they ain't gonna let him mess it up for them. Oh, you know what? You know what? Wow. Let me try something. I just got an idea, man. Let me turn this off. I just got an idea. I'm gonna see if I can go live on my other phone on YouTube. Then I have two on my own. I'm gonna do this. This is a test. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. This is a test. Let's see if it works. All right. Now I'm on twice on YouTube. This is what I used to do on Periscope. You know, I would be on twice. I had three different phones on Periscope, and I'd be on all three talking at the same time. Yeah. So I want to see if this is gonna work. Okay. Um, but see, this is how society is right now. You got people out here making some stupid choices, doing some stupid things, and they think that just because we're supposed to be there, we're supposed to respond. Hey, gamer, man, I see you. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you, gamer. Man, I got gamers on my other phone. I got two. I got both of them up, so they work. It works. It works. God diggity dog. It worked. Now I'm gonna have to go and get me a. Let me see. I'm gonna put you here. Put this charger in. Now I gotta go get me another cord. Man, it's going good, gamer. I'm on. Hey Tanya, how you doing? I'm on YouTube twice. You on my other channel. You know, I got some people on here. You know, so this is pretty good. Pretty good. See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Well, yeah. Okay, let's talk about the parable of the talents. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country, who called his servants and delivered his goods to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, and to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. Then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them and made another 5 talents. Likewise, he who received 2 talents gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug and put it in the ground and hid the Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants came and settled accounts with them. So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, Lord, you delivered me 5 talents. Look, I've gained 5 more. Besides them, his Lord said, well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you rule over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. He also had received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, you delivered me 2 talents. Look, I've gained 2 more talents beside them. His Lord said, well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over few things. I will make you rule over many. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Then the one who had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you had not sown, and gathering where you had not scattered seed. And I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours. But his Lord answered and said to him, you wicked and lazy servant, you knew what I reaped where I had not sown, and gathered where I had not scattered seed. So you ought to have deposited my money in the bankers, and at my coming I would have received my own back with interest. So take that talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. You see, and this is the thing. That's why the poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer. Okay? Because poor person is scared. They ain't gonna go and do. They ain't gonna take no risk. They ain't gonna take no chances. You see, when you give one person, see, and oh, this is a perfect example of a win-win situation. See, most situation, the one with the one talent, that was just a win situation. That wasn't win-win. See, it wasn't win-win. When the one had 5 talents, he increased it to 10. That's a win-win. Because when the Lord came back, look, okay, you gave me 5, here your 5 back. Now I got 5. That's a win-win. But see, most people will only present you a win situation where they're the ones that's going to end up profiting from what you're doing. It's not a win-win. And see, we need to get back to win-win situations, man. You know, this is the problem right now in the world. We don't have enough win-win situations. See, because when you deal in win-win, man, you ain't selfish. You ain't gonna cheat nobody. You ain't gonna deceive nobody when you got a win-win attitude. You out to help. You out to make a difference. You out to make a change. And when it's just a win situation, I'm the only one. Well, give me a win situation. So I tell you, listen, why don't you donate a tour to my business to help me get on my feet? That's a win situation. Because I ain't going to do nothing in return to help nobody else. I'm not giving away no services. I'm not doing any of that. It is. And see, and this is what a lot of folk don't want to sit down and ask themselves from the very beginning. Is this a win situation or is this a win-win? And most people are going to present you a win situation because it's all about them. See, that selfish person, that greedy person, that deceiving person is always about win. It's not win-win for them. See, the developers that come into the city, it ain't no win. It's a win situation. They come there to make money, man. They could care less who they displacing and who they getting rid of and whether somebody can afford to rent or not. That's a win situation. But a win-win situation is when you have some compassion, man. When you have some understanding. When you care about how people are treated. And right now, we don't care how people are treated. And some of us are guilty of mistreating people ourselves because we go by what we see, man. We go by what it appears to be. And that might not be the reality. And this is what we're going to have to get back to, y'all. We got to get back to it. Because if we don't, we're lost. We're lost. We're going to lose. All of us are going to lose. See, this is what people don't understand. You sitting on the sidelines being quiet, you're complicit. Because, when something jump off, it's no time to be silent now. When something happens, when they create a panic, just see, you think I'm lying about this. See, let me show you how they distract you. Now they got everybody focused on this damn balloon that's supposed to be flying across the country. But there ain't nobody saying, you got people dying, man, trying to make a TikTok video. You got people dying trying to make a TikTok video. And ain't nobody, and the Chinese own TikTok. But you won't say one word about that. Wonder why? You ever ask yourself that, man? Why the government ain't saying, man, get off TikTok? Why they ain't kicking TikTok out? If you don't trust the Chinese, why you not why you letting TikTok run? And now they got your banking information. The Chinese has everybody on TikTok's banking information. It's got your banking information, man. And you think they can't disrupt that? They got your banking information. You think they ain't snooping? I mean, think about it. You think they ain't snooping? You think they can't disable you think yeah, yeah. You think this app can't disrupt your phone? Man, what if this app disable every phone and we can't even call check and we got an emergency and you can't even call to see where your family, your loved ones are because your phone dead. Because the app can kill your phone. And everybody TikToking. Everybody and their mama TikToking. What if that app can kill your phone and you can't communicate? No, that's a win situation. That ain't a win-win. That ain't a win-win. When they can control how you can do stuff, that's a win situation. That's not win-win. Win-win is when everybody profit. See, and y'all don't think, and the sad part about it, y'all don't even believe that's possible, man. Y'all don't even believe they can disable this phone with an app. Y'all don't even believe that. A lot of y'all ain't thought about that. That your phone could be disabled with an app. And it's worthless. You can't do nothing. You can't go to the bank. You can't get no money. What kind of panic is that going to create? I mean, think about that, man. What kind of panic is that going to create? Okay? So what's going on, boxer? Man, I got 5 people on one phone and I got 3 people on the other phone. God dog, man, that's progress. Never despise small beginnings, man. You see, this is this. I just said, man, let me try. I'm sitting here. Let me go live twice on YouTube at the same time, 2 different angles. You see, that's how when you're creative, man, you're not afraid to try your stuff when you're creative. And see, and watch what I tell you, man, everybody gonna start doing this here, going on YouTube on more than one phone at the same time. That's gonna be the new trend. That's what, watch. Watch and see, don't that be the new trend? And all I need to do is just get me another phone and go live on YouTube, and I'll be on 3 same time. And you be saying, wait a minute. Why is these images different? And I'm the same thing, man. At the same time. See, and the problem with a lot of people, they are afraid to express their creativity. Yeah, man, I'm on 2, man. I'm on 2 at the same time. And it's a different image. And I just thought about this. And the only thing missing now, I got to go get me tonight. I'm gonna go get me when I go out. I'm gonna get me another a charging cord, so I can keep both of my phones charged at the same time. I only got one charging cord, so when one say low battery, I plug it in. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Stop being afraid to be you. Stop being afraid, man. to be yourself. Because you're going through something, that don't make you less of a person. Because you've been evicted, you're still a human being. You're still real. And so many people discredit themselves because of what they're going through. They look down on themselves. They accept that. Man, you can't, you still got to be who you are when you're going through stuff. At least, man, go out fighting. You know? I mean, at least. Goddamn. Yeah, you done think me? Shit, I'm still the truth conductor. I'm still, I'm in a hotel, but doggone it, I'm still the truth conductor. You see? Man, and that was some times, man. When I'm like, they knocked me to my knees. I'm down on my knees trying to get my breath, man, trying to figure out, what's going on. Can I do this? Do I have it in me? You think I ain't ask all them questions? You think for 1 minute I ain't said the hell with this? Why am I putting myself through this torture? Trying to enlighten some people that don't want to be enlightened. Shit, I could be sitting over in the Philippines right now, man. I could be sitting over in the Philippines right now, like a lot of them passport bros. Okay, they can say, man, I'm telling y'all. Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that, man. When you give access to your account, shit, people can steal out your account, man. And I'm telling you, if America ever get into a conflict with China, we screwed. Because they going to pull all their dirty tricks out. And they let us make a little money. People making money on TikTok. And they just waiting. Whenever they can pull the plug, whenever they want to pull the plug, they can pull the plug. They can shut your phone down. They can shut your bank account down. And if you shut a person's communication and their money down, you got a pure panic, man. If a person ain't got, and see, most of us living paycheck to paycheck. most of us are living paycheck to paycheck, boy. Shit, if you got overdraft protection on your bank account, I guarantee you wearing it out. I guarantee you, if you got overdraft protection on your bank account, oh buddy, you take advantage of that. You take advantage of it. You sure do. I know I do. I can't speak for y'all, but I do. So I've been able to survive, man. You see, but most folk won't tell you that. They'll get on here and try to present these goody two-shoes scenarios. See, most folk don't want you to think they go through something. Most folk don't want to let you see them go through something. See, they don't want you to see that, because then you're going to see the real them. See, you want to know who a person is? Watch how they handle adversity. They tell you who they are. They can say what they want. But if you really want to know what a person is like, watch them go through some adversity. And you're going to see the real person. See, because when you're going through some stuff, you ain't got time to be out here pretending and faking and trying to fool people. They are, man. Everybody got a perfect life online. Perfect life online. And y'all fall for that crap, man. That's the sad part about it. A lot of y'all fall for that. And people go through stuff, man. People experience stuff. You see, that's automatic, man. For you to go through some stuff. And you know, a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't want to see that. See, they want to pretend. They want to, you know, get out here and deceive. Yeah, half of these rappers, all that shit they be talking, it's a lie, man. They be getting out here fantasizing about some shit. That's why they killing each other. Because they out here fantasizing about some shit. That's all. Everybody keep that overdraft, man. If you got some overdraft protection, you're gonna use it. If you're trying to stay afloat, you're gonna use your overdraft. That's some money, man. You don't care about the fee. You'll pay the fee. Just cover the debt. I'll pay the $29. Just cover the debt. And just, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. Okay? I'm just let me cover the debt, man. I can keep my phone on. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to make a choice between, am I going to worry about my overdraft and I can pay my phone bill? And I ain't got to worry about it getting cut off. And my phone bill is my lifeline. My phone is my lifeline. You damn right. I'm going to use my overdraft to keep my lifeline open. Because at any moment, man, somebody could come on and book a tour. And see, and we always have this reputation, you know, black folk have this reputation of being trifling anyway in business. And then when you turn around and somebody call you and your number is disconnected, they gonna see, there you go. I tried to support them, but they number disconnected. See, they can always find some reasons not to do something. But isn't it interesting? It's difficult for people to find a reason to do something, but they quick to not do something. Man, I like this. I got 6 people here. Man, I got 6 on each phone. God diggity dog. I got 6 on each phone, man. 6 on each phone. I done discovered something. And I got some more phones that yeah, I got some more phones, man. I done discovered something with you. I'm finna start a new trend on YouTube. Most folk only use one device on YouTube. I'm gonna start using 2. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start using two devices, give you 2 different angles. You see, at the same time, on the same platform. See, that's how, and let me tell y'all something. APTMH, I'm not, I can't, it's too early in the morning to try to figure that out. Queen, it's too early in the morning to try to figure that out. Okay. Okay. All right. I got it now. Now, next time I see that, I'll know. Okay. But no, seriously, man. We have to sit down and realize this world is complicated, and people are playing some serious games. And if you don't think, and if you don't think that folk will do some underhanded stuff to try to hurt you, to try to embarrass you, to try to humiliate you, and right now, everybody's addicted to TikTok. Everybody is addicted to TikTok. You think the Chinese don't realize that? You think they don't realize everybody's addicted to that app? I mean, they got a serious addiction to TikTok. Americans. And it's all about making some money too, man. You know, if they find an app where they can make some money, they gonna flood to it. Look at OnlyFans. Look how many women that are willing to just bust it open, man, just so they can pay the bills, just so they can live. And some of it do it just because that's it's lucrative, and they don't care. See, when you come down to when you're the type of person that you don't care about how you get your money, you don't care about where it come from, you'll do anything when you don't care. You ain't got no morals, man. When you don't care how you get paid. Because anything goes. But when you got some morals, when you have some standards, everything don't go. See, there's some things you just not gonna do. There's some lines you just not gonna cross. And I'm telling y'all, see, I want to get to the point where let me show y'all the point that I want to get to. Okay? This where I want to get to. Because this is some serious stuff. And see, and like I told you, when the Lord start causing you to inherit wealth, man, you don't even see that coming. You know, when the Lord start causing you stuff to come into your life, you ain't gonna see that coming. It's gonna catch you off guard. You're gonna be totally surprised. Whoa. You see, and he don't add no sorrow to it. So you got people going out here buying new cars, getting into debt, buying houses, and turn around and tell you, man, look how the Lord done blessed me. And you struggling to make the payment. That ain't the Lord. That's you. That's your selfishness. That's your greediness. That's you trying to show off. And you trying to give God credit for something you did. See, anybody, anybody can go out here and buy a car. But how many folk that somebody come up and give them a car? See, that's what God will do. When God gonna start coming, man, somebody, man, get that man. Go get pay his apartment, man. Give him an apartment for a year. Pay it. That's God. See, people would freak out, man, if somebody come, hey, true conductor, man, go find your apartment. I'll pay it for a year for you. I'll pay it for a year. People would freak out. People, and every day, man, let me tell y'all something. Every day, I try to help somebody financially. Every day, man. If it ain't nothing but $2, $3, $4, $5, man, I try to help somebody every day financially. I'm gonna give somebody some money out of that bucket every day. Even if I had to go in and tip the people where I eat at. Every day, man, I'm gonna bless somebody. And that's what I try to do, man. That's how I try to live my life. Okay, but let me show you this. This where I want to get. Right here. This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 12. Our wisdom dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance and the evil way, and the perverse mouth I hate. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. This is what I want right here. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, and all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Listen to what's with understanding, man. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. Man, when the Lord calls you to do something, you ain't got to you ain't got to do no work. If he causing you to do something, you ain't got nothing to do. That's something that's going when something when you know, think about it, y'all. I want you to think about this for a minute. Look at some of the causes that you've encountered in your life. Stuff that just come out the blue and cause some kind of reaction. But the Bible say, you know, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth. Man, when you gonna inherit something, you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do a thing. When you inheriting something, all you got to do is live a righteous lifestyle and lift up understanding. And it says it will fill your treasuries. Your treasuries are bank accounts. That's your treasuries. Your treasuries are streams of income. Those are your treasuries. And notice it's plural. It's not one. It says treasuries. So, you know, that can go to as many as you can think of. And all you got to do is learn how to exalt understanding. This ain't what the truth. Listen to me. Listen to what it says. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, and all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. You know, when you seek, you can't. Somebody say I got sound issues. Oh, that's because you don't believe in the word of God. You're gonna have sound issues. This ain't for you. This ain't for you, buddy. This is for believers. See, you got the devil up in here. I got the devil up in here. You see? I got the devil up in here. So there's a blessing when you can exalt understanding. There's a blessing with that. Okay? There's a blessing with that. When you can exalt understanding. And a lot of times we go out and be trying to get wisdom, get blessings by our own might. And this says that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth. I will cause you to inherit wealth. And that's the difference, man. See, a lot of people don't have the patience to let God cause them to inherit wealth. Because when he calls you to do something, there's nothing you need to do. When something is caused for you, you ain't doing nothing. You're going to get a surprise, either good or bad, when it comes. You ain't doing a thing. You see? And this don't say nothing about tithes and offering. That I got to put money in church. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. This is me right here. This is me. This chapter, this chapter right here is me. This is the 58th chapter of Isaiah. Listen to this, y'all. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Tell my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways. As a nation that did righteousness, and did not forsake the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching God. Why have we fasted, they say, and you have not seen? Why have we afflicted our souls, and you take no notice? In fact, the day you fast, you find pleasure. See, a lot of people, this is the seventh day of the week, according to the calendar. Your calendar goes from Sunday to Saturday. And tomorrow, a lot of people will take the first day of the week and honor it as the Sabbath, the seventh day of the week, because that's man's way. Okay? That is man's week is from Sunday to Saturday, Sunday for whenever. Okay? I mean Monday to Sunday. But your calendar goes from Sunday to Saturday. Okay? And see, a lot of us are stuck in tradition when we go to church. A lot of us know. See, and truth be told, a lot of y'all going to church looking for God tomorrow, and he's there today. And you ain't nowhere to be found. And you're going to go up in there with your praise and worship tomorrow on the first day of the week. And God ain't there. God is there today in your church. This is the Sabbath. But because of tradition, don't nobody want to challenge that. Don't nobody, because we just go with tradition. That's what we follow. We're not following God. We're following tradition. And the Lord said, this is the day that people do their shopping, wash their cars, do their laundry, all on this day. Somebody say, God is here every day. Yeah, but he also set aside a special day. God didn't work on the seventh day, man. He rested. He built the world in 6 days. And on the seventh day, he rested. So you're right. He is in every day. But he only has anointed one day. And that's the Sabbath. That's the day he said, set aside to honor me. Don't do your own ways, man. Don't do no work. And this is the problem. Well, but see, now I have somebody say there are many calendars by different cultures, but I could care less about their calendar. I could care less about another culture's calendar. I'm going by my culture. Okay? I'm going by my culture. See, a lot of people can tell you what's going on in other countries, okay? And can't tell you what's going on in their own neighborhood. Isn't that interesting? We got people right now that are experts at what's going on in another country, and they can't even tell you what's going on in their own neighborhood right here in America. Okay? All right? And that's a reality. That's real. So we have to get back to anyway, so let me finish reading this. In fact, in the day of your fast, you find pleasure and exploit all your laborers. Indeed, you fast for strife and debate, and to strike with the fist of wickedness. You will not fast as you do this day to make your voice heard on high. Is it a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head like a bulrush and to spread out sackcloth and ashes? Would you call this a fast, an acceptable day of the Lord? It is not a fast that I have chosen, to loose the bond of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, that you break every yoke. It is not to share your bread with the hungry. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry? And that you bring to your house the poor who are cast out. When you see the naked, that you cover him, and you hide yourself from your own flesh. See, this is the time today. It's when you need to be talking to your family. Okay? Today. Then your light shall break forth like the morning, and your healing shall spring forth speedily. Now listen to this, y'all. And your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your regard. Man, when you walk in your integrity, when you're doing the right thing, man, God got your back. Let me say that again. Man, when you're doing the right thing and you walking in integrity, God has your back. Okay? Even when somebody try to sneak up on you, God is going to interrupt that. All right? Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he shall say, here I am. If you take away the yoke from your midst and the pointing of the fingers and speaking wickedness, if you extend your soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then your light shall dawn in the darkness, and your darkness shall be as the noonday. The Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose water do not fail. Those from among you, your children, shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundation of many generations, and you shall be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of the streets to dwell in. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. Then you shall delight yourself in the Lord, and I will cause you, listen to this, y'all, listen. Then I will cause you to ride on the high hills of the earth and feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father. The mouth of the Lord has spoken. Man, when God causes something to happen to you, it's going to catch you by surprise. You ain't going to be expecting it. When God causes you to ride on the high hills of the earth, that's a surprise, man. That's something that's unexpected. And it's going to be unexplainable. When God causes you to do something, people ain't going to be able to explain it. It ain't going to make sense to them. See, and the first thing they're going to say, man, that was a miracle. That's the first thing they're going to say, man, that was a miracle. Because God is now causing you to do something. Okay? All right? So listen, man. Be right by people. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to steal. And you ain't got to cheat. That's the easy way out. And sometimes it can be more trouble than what it's worth. The easy way out is not always the best way out. Let me say that again. The easy way out is not always the best way out. Because everybody and their mama gonna take the easy way. Everybody gonna take the easy way. And the enemy knows the easy way is the way most folk gonna try to go. And that's what they monitoring. That's where they are. That's where the enemy dwells. Enemy ain't gonna dwell where it's hard, where it's rough, where you might experience. That enemy ain't gonna do that. Enemy gonna be over there where it's easy, man. You know, because it has to present that image to trap people. That's how they get caught, trying to find the easy way out. And that's how people mess up, trying to do it the easy way. And when you do it the easy way, you're gonna cut a corner. You're gonna take a shortcut. And that's the mistake that you made. And 9 times out of 10, that corner you cut, or that shortcut you took, it's gonna be your downfall. And you can't blame nobody but yourself. Can't blame that white man. Can't blame racism. Can't blame yourself. All right? And this is what a lot of people don't want to deal with accountability right now. This is what's wrong with the world. We don't want to be held accountable. Everybody got an excuse. Everybody got a reason. Nobody wants to be held accountable. And then when you do try to hold them accountable, you're racist. You know, they demonize you when you try to hold people accountable. And this is what's wrong with the world. You can't hold good people accountable. And notice I ain't say black or white, I said good people. There are good people in every race. There are bad people in every race. How come good people can't come together? Imagine what we could do if we could come together as good people. Imagine how we could change the world, man. As good people. Because we support each other. You can't even get good people to support each other. That's how divided we are. We're just skeptical of each other. And when you can make good skeptical of good, all you're going to have is chaos in your life. That's why we got so much chaos in the world. Because good is skeptical of good. That's how successful the enemy has been to divide us. It has good, skeptical of good. What you up to? What you up to? You know, this too good to be true. I mean, It's some people think like that. Well, see again. Anytime, that still comes down to accountability, Edward. That's still accountability. When you start dealing with a moral compass, you're dealing with accountability. Okay? And let me tell y'all something. Listen to me. Jesus is just a lifestyle. A lot of people get hung up on the person. Jesus is a lifestyle, man. That's what Jesus is. Jesus is a lifestyle. If you live a certain way, you'll get certain results. It's a lifestyle. And so many people are hung up on the person, and they don't live the lifestyle. See, that's why, when people run up on me talking about Jesus, I laugh. Because, you're talking about a lifestyle and you're talking about a person. That's a lifestyle, man. That's how you have to live. And folk hung up on the person, on the name, and they overlook the lifestyle. That's how you know they fake. Most of them talking about Jesus, look at the lifestyle they live. Jesus don't go along with that. And you want me to drop my guard because you use the name of Jesus. And this is what a lot of so-called Christians are doing. Just because somebody come up confessing the name of Jesus, they dropping their guard. And it's a wolf in sheep clothing, knowing that they can come up and get you drop your guard all because they talking about Jesus. And don't even live a Jesus lifestyle. Ain't that interesting? Most of the folk that you got running around here talking about Jesus don't even live a Jesus lifestyle. And you believe them. Okay? And you believe them. And this is the problem. See, because, Jesus ain't going to compromise. Jesus ain't going to compromise. Jesus ain't going to straddle sin. See, when you start talking about Jesus, man, there's some things, certain lifestyles you cannot accept. Jesus ain't going to accept them. And I don't care how you try to rationalize it, is it, like Jesus ain't going to accept same-sex marriage. And you got these jokers going before God, getting married by a preacher, and think Jesus gonna bless that. Think God gonna bless that. Come on, man. Then that make him a liar. And he can't be God. Okay? I have a person say, we're under the grace of God. That's a lie. If you're a sinner, you ain't under the grace of God, man. See, that's the problem. Too many people think they can live any kind of way, be any kind of way, just because they done confess the name of Jesus. That's a lie. You have a lifestyle to live. And you got so many Christians right now with their foot in sin, thinking at the last minute, because their names are written in the last Lamb's Book of Life, they're going to be able to jump back over. And everything going to be okay, and you're going to get caught in your sin. You're getting caught in your sin. And you think God is okay with that. God ain't okay with that. Man is, but God ain't okay with that. And when you stand up and say something like that, oh, there you go. Well, God's children are under the grace of God. Show me where the sinner man is under the grace of God. Because when you're under the grace of God, man, you got certain benefits. You have certain rights. You have certain privileges. And you gonna tell me a sinner man has the same right and privileges and advantages as a child of God? They equal? Is that what you're saying? Nah, it can't be, man. You can't come out here and live any kind of way you want to and call yourself a Christian. You think God gonna honor that? No. He ain't gonna honor that. He don't have no obligation to honor that. And this is what people don't understand. You know, they think cause man accept this because man is doing say it's okay, that God is okay with it. All right? God ain't okay with it. And this is the one of the things that most folk are afraid to stand up and say. Man, y'all better get your act together. See, a lot of y'all running around here thinking you got it all together with God, and your shit stink. And you don't even think it stink. Your shit's stinking. And you run around here thinking you got it all together with God. And notice when you're praying, you're frustrated because you can't get your prayers answered. You know, a lot of y'all frustrated right now praying for stuff, man, believing for stuff, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You think some of these so-called Christians that done got sick ain't asking God for a healing? And they can't get that healing? You think, man, it's some people that have been facing some danger and called on God, and he ain't hear him. He didn't answer. Okay? It's a lot of people, man, that have been facing life and death situations that have called on God, and he didn't answer. Didn't answer. You think that boy Tyrese Nichols didn't call on God? You think when they was beating him, he wasn't praying to God? Why didn't God answer his prayer? Why didn't God intervene? Think about that for a minute, man. You don't think he cried? He's crying out for his mama. You don't think he cried out for God? See this is what I'm trying to, and this recent. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. See, when you live a good lifestyle, the Bible say, look, man, I ain't. It ain't what true conductors say. I'm gonna show you what the Bible say. Show you what the Bible says. The Bible say, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he will say, here I am. When you walk in the rear righteousness. See, you can call on the Lord, and he gonna answer you. He ain't gonna ignore you. He gonna show you a way of escape when you walk in your righteousness, buddy. It's just that simple. I have a person say, we all have a destiny. Yeah, we do. We all have a destiny, man. And it comes down to right and wrong. You're going to either choose to go the right way, you got a destiny, or if you choose to go the wrong way, you got a destiny. Either way you choose, you're going to have a destiny. You gonna go the right way or you gonna go the wrong way. And either one got some consequences. Whatever, whichever one you decide to go, buddy, just deal with the consequences. Because it's going to have some consequences. And see, and here's the deal, man. See, when you try to do it the right way, ain't nobody perfect. Listen to me. Let me say that again. Ain't nobody perfect. You're going to make mistakes. But this is the difference between a good person and a bad person. Here's the difference. The difference in a good person and a bad person is this. One is destructive, the bad person, the good person ain't. Good person ain't gonna harm you, man. Good person ain't gonna cheat you. A good person ain't gonna deceive you. A good person ain't gonna lie and mislead you. That wicked man don't care nothing about but himself. They'll lie to you. They'll use you. They'll cheat on you. They'll steal from you. They'll do all of that. And won't have no conscience about it either. That's the sad part. And sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's family that'll take advantage of you, man. That'll use you. That'll steal from you. It's family. It ain't no stranger. And see, and we don't even talk about how families are keeping us divided. Because families can't trust families. See, we don't talk about that. And I'm talking about people with money got family issues. All these rich folk, man, they ain't living no hunky-dory life. They got issues. Their kids are drug addicts. And the only reason you don't know about it, because they can afford to put them into rehab. See, poor person, they got to pull themselves up by their bootstrap. They got to go cold turkey. They can't afford a rehab. See, they don't have that kind of disposable income. Listen to me, y'all. What you think? See, the Bible say, my sheep know me by my voice. Anytime, if you can't look at a person and listen to a person and determine who they are, you're going to be easily misled. Because I can tell you everything you want to hear, and you believe it. But man, you're supposed to be able to look at people and see how they live and tell whether they're a good person or not. You don't have to ask them, because people will tell you anything. They'll tell you anything. And most of the time, it's just what you want to hear. And you fall for it until you get to reality that they lied. So stop asking people who they are. Pay attention. They'll show you. They'll show you. You just got to believe what you're seeing. Boy, what you think? What do you think? You think I'm a good person? I don't have to ask somebody. Ask somebody, do they think I'm a good person? They'll tell you. They'll tell you. Okay, there you go. There you go. And see, and let me show y'all something, man. All money do is give you access. That's all money do. People out here striving to be rich and don't understand what they trying to do. When you got money, you got access to all of the things poor folk don't have. Poor folk don't have access to good health care. Poor folk don't have good access to medical care. Because they ain't got the money. They have to take what they can get. See, when you got money, you got access. You got options. See, you got money, you can either go first class or private. You ain't got to sit in coach. When you got money, hell, if you don't want to ride first class, you can go private. When you got money. Poor folks don't have them options. See, poor folk have to accept what they can get. And most of the time, what they can get is inferior because they ain't got no money. See, so they don't get the best of food. That's why the grocery store is filled with garbage to keep them sick. Because if I keep you in the doctor, I'm gonna make money. See, a lot of y'all haven't even noticed, man, how many dialysis centers now pop up in the black community. It's like dialysis centers are just like churches, man. You see one on every other corner. It's a dialysis center. Why is that? Why are we flooded with dialysis center? So that tells me, man, there's something that we doing that's killing us. And we ain't even smart enough to see it. And what we eating is killing us. Okay? It's killing us. Because if they wasn't expecting this, they wouldn't have a dialysis center on every corner. Look how and notice, when last time you seen a dialysis center in a white neighborhood? Think about that. When last time you seen a dialysis center in a white neighborhood? Think about that for a minute. I've never seen one. And if it is, they ain't every other corner. I mean, that's just a fact. But yet we fighting each other like cats and dogs. Yeah. So when you got money, man, you have options. That's all money gonna do for you. Money ain't gonna make you a better person. You got people who's some of the biggest idiots in the world got money. They just got access and more expenses than a poor person. That's all money gonna give you is access, man. Give you options. Don't make you a better person. Don't change who you are. It just give you options. And that's what we all out here for. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. A lot of us, I used to tell my mama, man, before my mama died, I used to get on my mama about her diet. Oh, boy, leave me alone. That was my mama, man. I tell my mama could cook too, boy. I ain't lying. My mama could cook. My mama could cook. Sure did. She could cook. And all chitlins and all that stuff, pig feet. Man, my mama could cook. Yeah, roast beef and all that. And I'd be saying, Mama, you need to get off some of this meat. Boy, leave me alone. Boy, leave me alone. Okay. Okay, and it caught up with her. It caught up with her, you know? And it was nothing we can do, man. Wasn't nothing we can do. And so I learned from that. I learned from what my mama went through, and I don't want to put my daughter through that. So I try to, live a different lifestyle. I try to do things a little differently, and try not to abuse my body. That's what I try to do. Yeah, you can. You can. I mean, when it's your time. But the Bible say, and this ain't what, listen, it ain't what I said. It ain't what I said. Listen to this. Listen to this. This ain't what the true conductor is saying. This is what the Bible is saying. I just read this today. All right, where is it? Okay, so this is, happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than ruby, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. See, when you embrace understanding, man. It says length of days is in her right hand, and riches and honor is in her left. See, so when you say length, we don't know how long that is, but I know it's an old age because you don't die young. Because it say length of days, man, and we have so many people now that are dying young. Uh, yeah. No, man, you don't need to buy a Bible. Go online, man. Go online. I mean, if you unless you want to have something to look, yeah. But see, that's that, and all of this is from a righteous lifestyle. So the Bible say if you live a righteous lifestyle, there are certain things that you're entitled to, and you can't do that being wicked. Yeah, they give you one. Go to church, man. Church be glad to give you a Bible. Um, most people will be glad to give you a Bible. But no, man, it boils down, and I think this is the point that a lot of Christians are overlooking. They are not focused on the lifestyles that they live. It's too much compromise. Too many people are compromising. Too many people are accepting sin as a way of life. And these are Christians. And these are the same people that are going to call on God in their time of need. And he's not going to answer. And he's telling you that. If you're not living the way that I say you should live, you're going to call on me, buddy, and I ain't going to be there. I'm going to laugh at you. Oh, you don't believe he said that? Let me show you. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Which one is it? Is it 9? Must be 10. He said, "Will laugh when your fear comes. When your anguish comes." That's got to be 9. Wisdom has built a house. She has sown her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered the meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also furnished a table. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she said, come and eat of my bread, and drink of my wine I have mixed. Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he rebukes a wicked man only harms himself. Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will still be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy ones is understanding. For by me days are multiplied. I'm looking for, that is, hold on. I gotta find that. I know it's in here. It's in Proverbs too. Uh, he said he'll laugh at when they trouble come upon them. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is. It's, I knew. I knew. I knew it was in here. This is Proverbs 1. Wisdom called aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cried out in the chief concourses, at the openings of the gates in the city. She speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you. Because they have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no one regarded. Because you disdain all my counsel and will not have none of my rebuke, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm and your destruction comes like a whirlwind. when distress and anguish come upon you. Then they will call upon me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They would have none of my counsel and despise my every rebuke. Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own fancies. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely and will be secure without fear of evil. I told you, man. There are people out here right now that have refused to live a righteous lifestyle. They trying to live every way they want, and they thank God because they're confessing God that they're gonna come up in here and He's gonna answer them when they call. And lady trucker, this not the vibe, babe. You got enough problems. Don't make it worse. Okay? This ain't the time to come up here being disruptive. All right? But he said, you know, because you disdain all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke, I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock you when your terror comes. See, there are a lot of people out here that's going to be calling on God, man, in distress, and He ain't going to answer. He ain't going to answer because you done lived any way you want to live, not the way He said live. So He's not obligated to answer you. And this is the mistake a lot of Christians are making. They think they can live any kind of way they want to. But because they're a Christian, God is obligated to answer them. And He's saying, no, I'm not. I done told you not to do that. But you wouldn't listen to me. And you kept doing it anyway. So when your calamity come, don't call me, because I tried to warn you. And you wouldn't listen. I never knew you. And that's what the Bible says. You know, there are Christians, people that are calling themselves Christians, that Jesus is going to say, man, who are you? I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Can you imagine that, man? You done lived your life, and you get to the day of judgment, and God tell you, now who are you? I don't know you. You ain't no child of mine. No. I don't accept these lifestyles that you've accepted. You can't be my child. And see, when you're a child of God, man, there's certain things you got a standard. You got a line you're not crossing. When you're a child of God. And right now, people that are calling themselves Christians don't even have any standards, man. They have no standards whatsoever. They'll lie to you at the drop of a hat. Y'all know how much screwing is going on in churches now? See, that's one thing somebody should talk about. Sex in the church. There is so much sex in the church. Man, in fact, if a man is looking for some easy sex, go to church. Put a Bible, put a suit on, pick up a Bible, and go to church. Shoot, you're gonna get laid, buddy. Simple as that. That's a sad reality. Because all them women in church looking for a man. all them women in church looking for a man. And that's what men know. Women are looking. And there's a lot of deceivers up in there. It's a lot of deceivers up in the church. Okay? Walking around with a Bible. Some of them on the deacon board. Some of them in the pulpit. You don't think you got deceivers that are walking around as pastors? And they screwing out of both legs in church. In church. You got pastors leaving their wives for a sister in church. And the congregation go along with that. You know, look. You know, look how many, I mean, seriously, man. Look how many scandals that we got in the church involving sex. In church. The last place you think that should be. But it is. All right? So anyway, listen, man. I'm going to go do me some reading. Got some books I want to get into. And this is my day of rest. I don't do no tours on Saturdays. Maybe that's maybe that's why ain't nobody booked, because he don't do no tours on Saturday. No, I don't do tours on Saturday, man. I'm sorry. Saturday is one of the worst days in the world. Not only it is the Sabbath, but all of the protests come to D.C. on Saturdays. And most of the time you got a lot of detours and roadblocks in D.C. And we ain't but 10 square miles. Okay? That's all D.C. is by law. We can only be 10 square miles. So we landlocked. And if you block up a street, it's just gonna spread out in the city. Whenever there's a traffic jam somewhere, it slows down everybody. Because we're only 10 square miles. So everything is easy to cause a traffic jam in D.C. That's why the police is not worried about people coming here acting a fool, because they can block the streets so easily. And you'll be surprised at, this is when they perfected traffic in D.C. When they had the sniper in D.C. That's when they perfected traffic. Cause when this guy would strike, man, they get out on the beltway and just stop the traffic. All the way around the beltway, man. Them cops got out and stopped the traffic. The whole beltway was at a standstill. That's when they perfected that. And when they start coming into the city, that's how they start blocking off streets. You come in D.C. thinking you're going to act a fool? Shoot, man, they have you cornered. They have you cornered, and you can't get out. And they don't mind violating your rights, because you're going to have to get in line. You can't go there right away. Yes, indeed. This is the day you need to rest, man. And I tell you, Man, you'll be surprised how sweet sleep is on a Saturday. I'm going to go right back over there and climb in that bed behind me and go back to sleep. Man, it's sweet. It is. You should try it. Try one day. Resting on a Saturday. Don't do nothing. And see how it changes your life. I'm telling you, it's a difference. That's a big difference, man. And that's a lot of discipline because everybody else is busy. See, everybody else is out doing their thing and you resting. You know, you taking it easy. And then tomorrow, they going to church looking for God. And he waiting on them right now. And they gonna go up there tomorrow with they praise and worship. And God ain't gonna even be there. That's the sad part. He ain't gonna even be there. Okay? All right. Man, I see y'all. Take care.